Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. You have a bad habit you want to leave behind. You have progress. You have prosperity. You have that bright, shining future, that dream you want to turn into your reality, but you can't quit thinking about the bad habit, the bad belief, the bad relationship, the bad breakup, how they treated you unfairly. You can't quit thinking about it. So what do you do then? Well, there are a set of rules around success that can either pedestal you and move you faster, quicker, and easier into it, or that can keep you bound up and stuck at the lower levels. I want to share those with you today. And the rule I'm sharing with you right now is known as the coin. So if you take any type of currency that's a coin and you slice it really thin, it's still going to have two sides to it. There's always going to be a head and a tails, a front and a back. And it is the same way with our focused thoughts, because this rule says whatever we focus on will produce its physical counterpart. Now, focus for some people can be, hey, it only takes them a few seconds and they're triggered to go down the pathway of pain. For others, it might be a couple of minutes. But science tells us whatever we choose to focus on, we're going to get its physical counterpart. And that physical counterpart is going to show up for us in one of two ways. It's either going to be through the action we take, or it's going to be how our body experiences the world. I had a condition at one time that every stressor I experienced actually caused certain tumors to grow larger. So I needed to learn how to control the stress and put a different label on it for those tumors to slow their growth. It's the same way whenever we're looking at improving any area of our life, is that we need something that even when we're going to think about the negative, it shows up in a way that is actually going to assist us. Because remember, every focused thought is going to have its physical counterpart. So it's either going to be in how our body expresses itself, or in our own internal being with how we work on the inside. So we can either feel overwhelmed and try to feel better by overeating, or we can feel overwhelmed and get into action to get one thing off of our list. Well, how do you do that? In hypnosis, we happen to use what's known as a double bind. A double bind is where you take two things that would typically be unrelated and you put them together. So for example, if I'm working with a client to become a healthy non-smoker, if I were to tell them, you'll never be thinking of cigarettes again. Oh, really? Cigarettes have been their constant companion. In fact, it's the one thing that they've been able to count on when everything else in life has screwed up. Hey, that cigarette will be there for me, but everything requires a price to be paid. And so the price you have to pay for cigarettes to be in your life is that you have to hand over your health for it. If you're going to pay a price, I want it to be for progress, not pain. So instead, what we do during the hypnosis is we say, you know what? You might hardly ever be thinking of cigarettes. But if you would be thinking of cigarettes, you're going to be thinking about how much better your life is now that you're a healthy non-smoker. In fact, you're going to be seeking out the opportunities to bring your health out at its very best as a healthy non-smoker. So if you ever would be thinking of cigarettes, it'll be the automatic trigger to your mind that's going to turn on your brilliance for making your health its very best now that you are a healthy non-smoker. So can you see how I took you may be thinking of cigarettes, but now you're going to find all the opportunities to bring you out at your best as a healthy non-smoker. It's the same thing with fear. When fear shows up in our clients, there are going to be things that are going to trigger them externally. I can't make those triggers go away, especially if it happens to be a fear of public presentations. So instead, I say every time that fear shows up, you're able to turn on your light switch of energy, of excitement, of passion, of putting the spotlight where it really belongs, which is on your audience, and use that fear as extra energy for success. So not that you'll go out looking for fearful situations, but you know that if anytime that fear should show up, you're going to use it to be able to connect more and get more done with less effort. So, the coin. Every focus is going to produce its physical counterpart. Would you like assistance with this? Go to drewdawnferguson.com/SH, stands for self-hypnosis, and we'll show you how you can begin to use these techniques and be empowered to make your own transformations and upgrades. You also have the ability, if you want, to choose to work with either Drew or myself in conjunction with your self-hypnosis course. If you'd like to be able to do this for others, then go to drewdawnferguson.com/CH, stands for Certified Hypnotist, and discover the career opportunity that is waiting for you, where not only can you do it for yourself, you can do it for others, and you can get richly rewarded for helping people make rapid upgrades in how they experience the quality of their life. Okay, I wonder what double bind is now waiting for you that's actually going to accelerate your progress. Look forward to hearing about it. Feel free to share in the comments. Chat soon. Bye now.